All right. All right. Black Power is the general, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's the truth hour. Every hour on the hour. We about to get busy today. Gonna hurt a lot of feelings out there. No apologies. You understand? Let the truth reign. I know you niggas out there. Y'all done lined up and you ready. You understand? When you got your Qurans and got all your hadiths. Yeah, go and get them together. You understand what I'm saying? By the end of the day, them motherfuckers gonna be on the barbecue pit. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sara, Seti DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies. And as we speak right now, we got a 15% off sale going on. If you did not know, a lot of family is piling in. You feel me? Let me get my things popping off here. Let me get this on out the way. I got some of my stuff on my screen. It don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. To clean some of it off. That's right. KingSeti.com online market. Official General Seti DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies. We even got home decor. We got some fly accessories for your living room, African and Kemetic in origin. You need to get on over there. Check us out, guaranteed. You understand what I'm saying? To make the kings and queens out there feel divine. Y'all know what time it is. Seti University of ancient and modern African wisdom and knowledge. And that's exactly what I said. And that's exactly what I give. Over 800 video lectures, 2 raw for YouTube band videos, Seti debates, Freemasonry, ancient Egypt, old Mecca, from Naga to nigga, occult science, all world religions, which I did, Black Power, politics and economics, highlights from over 50 cities, street battles, video and radio interviews. It's just so much. The complete General Sara Seti website. You can hit me up, generalseti.com. Going over there, check me out. Guarantee you. You understand? You're going to stay plugged in. We got some powerful live streams going down on my Patreon, General Sara Seti. Tomorrow we're going to be dropping Who Are the Children of the Sun. We're gonna drop some heavy metal. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna go some places. You understand? I'm gonna go some places with that. And you need to be in the house to get that information. Patreon General Sara Seti got over 100 exclusive live streams that you only gonna get on Patreon. 2 raw for YouTube. That is the lecture hall for the general. When I'm ready to take it a level up, you understand? Get on over there and be amazed at the work that's on the site. To all the family over there, Seti Live is lit. You need to make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube pages. That's right, General Seti, Sara Seti, and King Seti, where I'm uploading all the master teachers on there right now as you speak. Documentaries, lectures from the masters. You need that to have a strong foundation. So you know, when you get one of these weird niggas out here, you got something you can stand on. You ain't got nothing to stand on. You just gonna blow in the wind. You fall for any goddamn thing. You see what I'm saying? And I got two powerful live streams coming up. One on the 14th, Sunday, November the 14th. All the links is in the video description. You can guarantee it. I'm gonna rock the house. The power of ancient Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? Complete from the sources of the Nile, from the Holy Nile, the sacred Great Lakes region, areas that, obscure branches of the Nile that people don't talk about because they don't want to talk about it. They don't know about it. A lot of them just don't even don't talk about it because they don't know about it. And so we're going to be looking at obscure branches of the Nile, the secret, sacred, the Sud swamp. You understand what I'm saying? Which is very heavy in the Nile Valley spirituality that don't nobody talk about. We'll be looking at the ancient Kushite, pre-Egyptian civilization, to show you how it develops before we go into Egypt. Then we will be getting into the 76 kings of the Abydos kings list. We're going to look at, the greats of the greats off of that list. We're going to get into the 18th dynasty and the 25th dynasty. And we'll look at some of the colonies of the Nile Valley that is spread out all over the planet. So it's guaranteed that you want to, you ready for that level, then you step on up. You ain't ready, nigga, go back up there on YouTube, nigga. Go to History Channel and get that bare minimum. Or go to one of these crazy niggas out here still talking about Seti is the devil and shit. And that ain't even what they can novice. That's just all wrong. You know what I'm saying? You all wrong, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So get with me. And then on the white man's holiday, his little Thanksgiving, because he thanking you for giving him everything. Thanks for giving. You know what I'm saying? So on that day, I'm gonna be doing the Olmec Voyages of the Nile, the Aboriginal Black Indian myth exposed. And like I say, I got niggas, they shaking in their boots right now. They shaking in they boots right now. Cause I'm gonna have niggas running up out their moccasin, niggas gonna be packing up TPs. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas gonna be packing up TPs and shit, but I'm gonna be doing all the scalping on that day. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a must because it's very necessary because they're disrespectful to the motherland. And so it's my duty. You understand what I'm saying? To rise up at this time and represent for the family. Okay. Now today we're gonna be on a very powerful topic. We're gonna be dealing with the origins of Islam. I'm gonna be on General Seti doing the same thing, showing the Judaic origins of Islam, and I'm gonna do a little of that, but this is gonna be more profoundly dealing with the source of what they call the religion of Islam. You see what I'm saying? If you don't know the origins of it, then, or what they tell you the origins of it, I like dealing with, I like coming from out of bounds, up under bounds, over bounds. I don't give a goddamn. That's how I fight. I'm an orthodox researcher. So I come from all areas and shit. And so if they want to deal with it from inside the Quran, I don't have no problem. If they want to deal with it from inside the Bible, I have no problem. You see what I'm saying? And so however they want it, then that's the way, I could give it to them. And so to get you warmed up, if you're not familiar with the mythological origins of Islam. Wait a minute, let me turn I gotta get my monitor up. They got a claim, if you don't know about Judaism, Abraham is supposedly the father of Judaism or Hebrewism, however you want to deal with it. He's supposedly, but not only the father of Judaism, he's the father of Christianity and Islam. They all, subscribe to have come from Abraham. So this is what you call the Abrahamic religions, okay? The Abrahamic religion. So I already know, as a warrior and a destroyer, I'm the Black History hit man of the day. And so if I wanted to, if I really wanted to put a hit out on him, I'll go straight to Abraham. You understand what I'm saying? Because you didn't gave me, you gave me a powerful bullseye to aim for. You know what I'm saying? But, we're going to play today. You know what I'm saying? And so they say Isaac, through Isaac, you know what I'm saying? That later, who gave birth to Jacob, if I'm not mistaken, who later became Israel. You see what I'm saying? And so through his son Isaac, and he had another son, Ishmael. Okay, now Ishmael was the oldest son of Abraham. You understand what I'm saying? But Ishmael was looked down upon because he had an African mother. Okay, yeah, according to the Bible. Let me go on and get in here. Let me go on and get in here. I want to start at. Okay, I'll start right there. But anyway, we're gonna let me get. I'm trying to get this close. Let me start right here. No, I'll just start right there. All right. Now, the thing is, his mother was an African woman. She was a Hermetic. And we got to understand as we run these things down, I'm going to teach. And, even though a lot of my slides is mixed around, that's all right. I'm going to teach and I'm going to make it so simple and plain that you can easily look this information up without no problem. Okay? Now, Abraham was married to Sarah, okay? And she was barren, like the rest of the Hebrew women. Most of them was barren, couldn't have no damn children. And as you go throughout the Bible, you're gonna see damn near all of these so-called Hebrew prophets. They always had, most of their children was from the Hermetic women. You see what I'm saying? These is facts. Whether it was Joseph, whether it was Moses, Abraham, Jacob, was it Jacob? Judah too. So most of these, even so-called Solomon, even Solomon had, all of these, having their firstborns by these Hermetic women. And so you understand what I'm saying? That really says a lot about the so-called Semitic woman. You understand what I'm saying? That says a whole lot about them. You understand what I'm saying? Because all they damn, they was never first in line. And so Ishmael was the firstborn of Abraham. And because he had Ishmael by Hagar, which was an Egyptian woman. You see what I'm saying? So they look down on her. You know what I'm saying? And so in the Bible, because Hagar, made fun of Sarah, say, yo, bitch, you can't have no children, this, that, and the third. She belittled Sarah, and so Sarah told Abraham, you got to kick this bitch up out of here. That's what she said. And so they was put out. Abraham, he was hurt, but he had to put them out. And so at that time, the story go two separate ways. Because you got the Judaic, the Bible interpretation, and then you have the Islamic interpretation. Now, the Islamic interpretation is that Abraham and Ishmael and Hagar went to Mecca. You see what I'm saying? Went to Mecca. And they built the Kaaba. Now, and so when you get, and I'm going to show you some things, but I'm going to warm you up. So when you get to the Kaaba, right in front of the Kaaba is where is supposedly a burial of Ishmael and Hagar, his mother. Okay? And it states in Islam that Muhammad is a descendant of Ishmael. Okay? He's a descendant of Ishmael. And that the Ishmaelites, the children of Ishmael, stayed in Arabia, primarily the southern region, Yemen, and also Mecca. This is where his descendants stayed at. But now we're in a serious conflict because the Bible states something totally different. Okay? So we had a divergence at this time. And so this is where we start pulling teeth. You understand what I'm saying? This is where we start pulling teeth. And so what's going to happen is when the Bible converge even though it came before the Quran. Now, let me bring this up, and then as I go in, I'm gonna be going through some things behind the scene. You see what I'm saying? Let me see if because I got so many. Okay, let me get this one up. Let me get this one up. That way, when I ready to get the cracking heads, you know, got all my all my the necessary lectures that I need up. They up. Okay, here go one. Yep, right here, right here, right here, right here. Boom. That's exactly what I need. Okay. Now, without throwing the whole, with all the other verses in there, I'm gonna just start with this. It says, and they dwelt. Now we talking about Hagar and Ishmael. Now this is talking about when they was put out, when Abraham put them out, from his camp. They had to leave, and it says, and they dwelt. This is talking about Ishmael, and that they dwelt. We talking about the Ishmaelites from Havilah to Shur, that is before Egypt, as thou goest toward Assyria, and he died in the presence of his brethren. Now, when we talk about his brethren, we're talking about Isaac and Esau. Okay, we're talking about Isaac and Esau. And so Isaac and Esau lived in the area of Canaan, and Esau lived in the area of Edom, which is right outside of Israel. So right there, and it said that he died, but now you got a very serious contradiction, because Islam said he went to Mecca, that he founded the Kaaba, and that when you go to the Kaaba, which I'm gonna show you, that he actually died in Mecca. Why is this very substantial and very critical? Because when we go into the root, you see what I'm saying? This is going to show you that they cannot validate the origins of Islam. Okay? And what you're going to see is that it is a gumbo of many of the previous religions that existed before Islam. Now, a lot of people not going to understand that what they call the Jew was in Arabia before Islam. Okay? And they were very aware of that fact. It wasn't just like it just popped up, because Muhammad is accredited for wiping out at least two of them Jewish tribes. You understand what I'm saying? Because they did not convert to Islam. And so he wiped their ass out. He cut their heads off. And then he felt like that they betrayed him, because when it came, what you call Medina, which is, a city that Muhammad fled to when the Arabs in Mecca was seeking to kill him, he had to flee to Medina. And Medina at that time was called Yathrib. It was ruled by Jews. Okay? Majority was ruled by Jews. Okay? And so that's where he adopted a lot of, many similarities between Islam and Judaism that we're going to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? And one of them, the main one, is that they prayed towards Jerusalem before they prayed to Mecca. And that's a fact. And that's a fact. Mecca wasn't that holy, wasn't so holy then. Okay? And so when we look at here, that is a very, very critical, and I'm gonna show y'all. Let me go on and show y'all. Let me make sure everything looking good over here. Let me make sure everything looking good. Okay. Okay. Now, here's another critical one that I want to bring, because the Arabs and the Muslims say that Ishmael took a wife from Mecca. You understand? This is what they're going to tell y'all, that he took a wife from Mecca. But as you can see right here, it says, and he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. Okay? Took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. So the thing is was really, really critical, because once you understand the Bible, and I'm breaking this down for y'all, you understand what I'm saying, so that you can understand it. When you say out of Egypt, you're talking about the Hamites. Okay, Noah had 3 sons: Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Okay, and Ham gave, his children was Egypt, Ethiopia, Canaan, which later became Israel, Canaan, and Put. Okay, some people say that's Libya. Some people say it's Somalia. Okay, that is actually Put. You understand? But it makes no difference. That all 4 of them are African. And in the Bible, Ham and Egypt are interchangeable. And when we go in the dictionary of Christianity, we see that Ham means black. Okay, it means black, just as Ethiopia means burnt face. And so if he had a son named Burnt Face, we already know what he looked like. You see what I'm saying? So it's very significant when that we understand that Ishmael's mother, Hagar, is already an Egyptian woman. Then she took his wife out of Egypt, okay? Which means that the Ishmaelites were almost 75, they were 75% black. You okay? Now, it might as well say 100, because I'm going to break it down on Abraham. Okay, now let's look at this Paran. I got to get into this, so you can see where this Paran is. You understand? I got to get this map up. I had it somewhere, but you know what? I'm going to get it. I'm going to just pull it up off the internet right quick. It ain't no problem. Okay. Here we go. I need me a good map. I need me a good map. Hold on. Let me see how this one looks. Okay, here we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to use this. Bingo. You come up. Good. Now, you see here at the top, you see the wilderness of Shur. Okay, down here, you see the wilderness of Paran. Okay, this is very, very significant. You see, this is where the Bible says, and so a lot of people, what they're going to tell you is, and I'm going to tell you what they're going to tell you. They're going to say, well, the Bible has been changed. That's what they're going to say. They're going to tell you that the Bible has been changed. And I'm going to show you in the Quran where that cannot happen. You see, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to back everything up. So as we just showed, you understand what I'm saying? This is the founder of Islam. Let me make this shit clear. You see, let me make this totally clear. So before I go back in it, without Ishmael, you cannot have Islam. Okay? You cannot have it. You understand? It's founded on Abraham. Okay? Just like Judaism is founded on Abraham. Okay? Just like Christianity is founded on Abraham. It is Abraham that God made his covenant with, that he would be the father of the great nation. Okay? And so they all trace their bloodline back to Abraham. And so it's through Ishmael that the Arab gains credibility. Okay? That's how he gains credibility. And so without Ishmael, then all that shit collapses in. Without Abraham, it all collapses in. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I went straight to Ishmael. You understand what I'm saying? So now they got two stories but yet and still, Allah is supposedly sent down all the scriptures. He sent down the Torah. He sent down the scriptures, the gospel to Jesus. I'm going to show you this shit in the Quran. You understand what I'm saying? And, and I'm going to show and prove to you before they even speak this shit about their mouth, because they're going to say, well, that it was changed. Okay, well, goddamn, even if they changed it, you should have a copy of the original. Can you give me a copy of one of them ones that say, can you give me a gospel that say the things that you say it's supposed to say? Do you got one of them? Can't even show me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you that that's just all fabricated. It's only so many times where you could just gather, and put shit together without backing it up. So I go straight to the core of this. You see, I go straight to the core of this. And so, matter of fact, let me find these scriptures. Let me go on and get right into these scriptures, so we can back it on up. Matter of fact, here it is right here. If I didn't show y'all, this right here in Arabia. That's the front of the Kaaba. Now they say that that Ishmael and his wife and his mother, Hagar, is buried there. Okay? They say they buried there. But there's a discrepancy. There's a very serious discrepancy, because the Bible said he was buried up in Paran, you understand, in that area, which is right outside of Egypt. Let's just be clear, it's right outside of Egypt, right outside of Israel. So now the question becomes, did he die in Mecca, or did he die up in the Sinai Peninsula near his brothers? Now, again, we're in the divergence, because it says that Allah sent down both books. And he say, when you're trying to confirm the Quran, read the Bible, because it's a confirmation of the Bible. That's what it say. And so, you know what I'm saying? So you got to see the fraudulent information. See, when they fall out with the Jews, then they change some shit. When they was in good favor with the Jews, and you understand, they wrote favorably about the book. But then when they fell out and knew that the Jew wasn't going to support them, then they went in there and changed some shit. And so they say anytime that Allah changed some shit, you take the new interpretation. And so that's just bullshit, because God is, that's just saying God just don't know what the fuck he talking about. You understand what I'm saying? And that he make a lot of mistakes and shit, and he had to clean it up. That's all you're saying. But let's get back so I can make it perfectly clear as to what I'm trying to say to you, which I'm making it very clear. Now, these is coming up out the Quran. I love bringing these up. I be laughing like hell when I bring them up too. You understand what I'm saying? Now listen to this. Now this is Surah 3, if I'm not mistaken, Surah 3, Ayat 1. Or matter of fact, Ayat 3. Okay? It is he who sent down to you, step by step, in truth, the book, confirming what went before it, and he sent down the Torah of Moses and the gospel of Jesus. Okay? He sent down all of them. This is in the Quran. You see? And so he says, it is he, Allah, who sent down to you step by step in truth the book. He talking about the Quran, confirming what went before it. And he sent down the Torah of Moses and the gospel of Jesus. So here the Quran is confirming the Torah. See, they want to talk about the goddamn Torah when it wasn't to their liking. See, the thing is, let me explain something to you, and I'm going to explain it. I'm just getting warmed up as I go into the next. You know, it was at one time when Muhammad fled Mecca and went to Medina. He had to flee Mecca. This is before he even was he was trying to teach in Mecca. And they wasn't having it. So they ran his ass up out of there. And so he fled to Medina. He fled to Medina. And at that time, it was ruled by Jews. They had the most influence. They had the most money up there. You see what I'm saying? And so because, Muhammad was speaking a monotheism, you understand what I'm saying? They kind of, worked with him a little bit. But then when they heard his other ideas, that somehow he's a prophet, and somehow he also, trying to, the Serapis is a prophet in Islam, and they didn't want to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want to deal with that. And so when the Meccans went to put the heat on him at Medina, they kind of, sideline went against him. You know what I'm saying? And so for that betrayal, you understand, he demolished a lot of those Jewish tribes that were in Arabia at that time. So it was at a point that they prayed towards Jerusalem. That was when they was in good favor with the Jew. They was kind of working. You know what I'm saying? He figuring that if they get on his side, and maybe he can overthrow the families in Mecca. So he needed some support. But when he realized he was he wasn't gonna get that support, you hear abruptly in the Quran where Allah say, face Mecca, pray to Mecca. But before that, majority of their attributes and characteristics was step for step with the Jews. You understand? Them motherfuckers like some quasi-Jews. So here it says confirming the Torah and the gospel. You don't hear nothing about, the Torah has been changed. You don't hear nothing about the gospel has been changed. No, it says that the Quran was sent down to confirm you in agreement with the book, the Torah, and the gospel. Okay? And so we come down here. This is also this is Surah 3. I believe this is Ayat 50. You understand what I'm saying? This is just for people, when you see these contradictions, that's what they're gonna say. Well, the book done been changed. Okay, but listen to this. 50. I have come to you to attest. Listen to this. This is in the Quran. Surah 3, Ayat 50. I have come to you to attest, to confirm in agreement the Torah which was before me, and to make lawful to you part of what was before forbidden to you. I have come to you with the sign from your Lord, so fear Allah and obey me. You see, I have come to you to attest the Torah which was before me. And so what does attest mean? Provide or serve as clear evidence of, okay? To be a witness to, certify formally, okay? To be a witness to the Torah. So at this time, they ain't talking about no Torah that been changed. You see what I'm saying? They ain't talking about no Torah. Well, damn, wait a minute now. I'm not done. I want to say these things so when I get to showing you these contradictions between the Quran and the Bible, both of them lying, but one lie came before the other. You understand what I'm saying? One lie one lie came before the other. So we got to bring the facts. It said, now this is also, I believe I did that one at the top. In Surah 18, Ayat 27, and recite and teach what has been revealed to you of the book of your Lord. Listen to me now. None can change his words, and none will you find as a refuge other than him. Wait a minute. Let me go over that again, because I like to get busy. You see, and it says, and recite and teach what has been revealed to you of the book of your Lord. None. Do you hear what? None can change his words, and none will you find as a refuge other than him. Now, if none can change his words, then what did these Muslims keep talking about? Well, the Bible has been changed. It can't be changed because none can change his words. And if none can change his words, then they should be able to show us this Torah or this gospel, you understand, in the light that they say, well, it's been changed, then show us the one that's correct. Show us the one that's correct. And show us, was it mass produced? Did the whole world know about this Torah and this gospel? You understand what I'm saying? How can people just wipe out every damn book? You understand what I'm saying? So we just want to state for the record that none can change his word. Now, this is Surah 5. I want to bring this up now. So as I start, cutting into them, you understand what I'm saying? That they cannot run. You understand what I'm saying? From the information and the facts. Wait a minute. Okay? This is Surah 5:48. It says, to you, we. Now, they always talking about some we. And they keep talking in monotheism in one God, but goddamn, you keep saying we. To you, we sent the scripture in truth. Listen, confirming the scripture that came before it. Confirming means you are in agreement and guarding it in safety. So judge between them by what Allah has revealed. So that's what we're doing today. So it says, if you not understanding something in the Quran, then you go to the Bible, you go to the gospel, and you judge between them what Allah has revealed. Then so because they are older than the Quran, they could give some guidance on what the Quran is saying. So I'm gonna say this again. So to you, we sent the scripture in truth, the Quran, confirming the scripture that came before it, the Torah and the gospel, and guarding it in safety. So judge between them, the Quran, the Torah, and the gospel by what Allah has revealed. Okay? And so See, this is very critical. And so what they're going to tell you is, because obviously they was in good standing with the Jew at this time. I don't know. More likely they was in good standing. But when they fell out with the Jew, then you got all these other verses, you understand what I'm saying, in total disregard of, the book. Okay? And so now we back to Ishmael. Now, when we break Ishmael down, let me get on to this. Let me get on to this. When we break Ishmael, now when you hear that ish, you see what I'm saying? That ish, that's Ishtar. So right there, you know what I'm saying? Then you hear El, which is the Canaanite deity, which is nothing but Osiris. You see him, you look up El and you'll see the crown of Upper Egypt, not even Lower Egypt, Upper Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? So we know who El is. And so, again, we hear even in his name. And not only that, wait a minute. Let me get something up there. Where's that Chaldea? I got some maps. It ain't gonna make no difference. But that's Babylon. I got Babylon. Ain't no doubt about it. All right, I'll just put this one up here. I'll just put that one up there. You see what I'm saying? And so you got Abraham. You see? He's not Abraham. And I bring that up, and they fought, the so-called Hebrews, they back break all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Because Ham is looked at as one of dishonesty, and he had a curse placed upon, but it wasn't placed directly on him. It was placed on his son Canaan. You see what I'm saying? And so Ham is one of all the children of Ham is cursed throughout the Bible, whether it was Canaan, whether it was Egypt, whether it was Ethiopia. They got some verses in there where they show African nations in good light, but that don't mean shit compared to the ones where they commit genocide on the people. So it's very clear that when you talk about Ham, he's not of the supposed bloodline of God. He's supposed to, that's Shem. You understand? That's what you get the term Semitic. So the Arab is supposed to be a Semitic. He says he's Semitic. The Jew says he's Semitic. Okay? He says he's Semitic. And so how is the Arab going to be a Semitic if he coming through the bloodline of Ishmael, whose mother is an African, and she went and got a wife from Africa for him, so his bloodline totally African. You see what I'm saying? So how they going to be and go through it? You got a dilemma. You got a very serious dilemma there. And so, if it says if there's a dilemma, we got to look at the books. And we got to compare the books to see what the hell went wrong. You understand what I'm saying? What the hell went wrong? Now, why is it saying that when you see Ham, and this man name ain't Abraham, this man named Abraham. Just like you got, and so that relates because who is the lawgiver? You understand? I'm going to deal with Nimrod first and foremost because Nimrod, wait a minute. Let me go on and get this shit up here. Nimrod is the founder of the Mesopotamian civilization in the Bible, who is the son of Cush, that I might add. So why am I saying? Because Abraham comes out of Chaldea, which is the southern region of Babylon, Mesopotamia. You see? Mesopotamia. And so this was founded by Africans. There's no doubt about it. We got the pictures and we got all the documented. You understand? We got all the, matter of fact, here is some murals Here's some murals of some of the Babylonians, and the one to the right that's pitch black, he from Persia. Don't look like none of the goddamn Persians of the day. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just showing you. You know what I'm saying? This is the root out of which, now we know this is all, mythological story. I don't want nobody to say, oh, Seti back. No, I'm doing this because, like, I could come out of bounds now. I could come from a whole nother direction and crack that wig. It's not a problem. But I wanted to do it in context of what the fuck they say they believe in and how the contradictions are lining up against them. That shit don't fly. You understand what I'm saying? So usually when I go straight to the root. You understand? That's where I wage war. You understand what I'm saying? Because we not getting past that. We not getting past. We're going to stay right there. And so we see, wait a minute. And so even this, when we talk about the first flag of, the first flag of Iran, is and I got the original, and this right here just for people that just, feel like somebody making some shit up. Oh man, y'all making this shit up. This right here, to the right, and there's the number, of the artifact that's in the museum just for motherfuckers that just need the back. I come with the smoke. Okay, that's number 2436, plaque of lapis lazuli, paste persepolis Ahmadiyya dynasty. Okay, and so this, when you look this up, all you have to do is look up the oldest flag of Persia. That's all you got to put in, and the one to the right will come up. Anybody that know the Nile Valley studies know there's nothing but a depiction of Horus, okay, with the two shin symbols, which represent eternity, and you see the sun this over his head. Okay, that's all that. Even when you look at Zoroaster, and he riding on the winged sun disk that they done took down off of the temples in Egypt. So I'm just showing you the extent where the Nile Valley, the culture didn't reach past goddamn Arabia. You understand what I'm saying? Arabia wasn't even, it wasn't even a piece of real estate that people even really, wanted to obtain, because it was primarily a desert. Only the southern region down there by Ethiopia is the one that, was of any worth. And that was strongly in the grip of African people. Okay? And so the thing is, what was, the Muslims didn't base they mythology on is that Ishmael and Hagar settled in Mecca. Okay, then that ain't what the Bible is saying. It says, again, let me get where I need to be. It says that he died in the presence of his brethren. Okay, and his brethren was Isaac and Esau. Okay, and I already showed you the wilderness of Paran. Let me get in here where this information is located so I can drop it heavy. Here we go right here. That's right, and his wife took him a wife. I don't know, let me make sure I drop that in there where it's supposed to be. Took him a wife out of Egypt. Now that's in direct opposition what the Muslims say, because they say Ishmael married a woman from Mecca. Okay? They say that he married a woman from Mecca. Now, did he marry an Egyptian? Did his mother take a wife from Egypt? Or did he? Because you talking about a long way apart. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't talking about just next door. You understand? Like, oh well, no, you talking about a long way. You understand what I'm saying? A long way down. So here it is. I'm gonna throw this in so you can see. You know what I'm saying? So you see right, And so you see that, Mecca is halfway. And so you talking about Jerusalem is up there where his brethren live. And so he died in the presence of his brethren. You see, and that the Ishmaelites primarily dwelt up in that area. And another thing that I want to bring out is that, Moses, which was very clear, married an Ethiopian woman. Now, they were also recognized as the Mendonites. Okay, now the Mendonites were many times, they were compatible with Ishmaelite. You understand what I'm saying? They all were so compatible you could say Ishmaelite for Mendonite and say Mendonite for Ishmaelite. You see what I'm saying? And so in the Bible, and many times when they say they speak both of their names in conjunction with one another. You say the Ishmael, Joseph brothers sold him to the Ishmaelites, then they pulled him up out the pit and sold him to the Mendonites in the same sentence. So now when we go to Numbers, and Moses married a Mendonite woman. You see what I'm saying? When he fled Egypt, he went into the land of Midian and he married the daughter of Jethro, Zipporah, which Jethro was a prince and a high priest of Midian. Okay, in Numbers 12:1, they state that the woman was Ethiopian. So if the Ishmaelites and the Mendonites are interchangeable, then that means that the Ishmaelites had to be Ethiopians also. I got that in here. That's not a problem to bring it up. That's not a problem to bring that up. I got that in here. And not only that, let me throw this in here too. You understand what I'm saying? Because Esau, and we know Esau and Isaac, I believe both of them. No, Esau and Isaac were the sons of Jacob, if I'm not mistaken. Let me put this in here. Now, here it says, if you see right here, oh, I didn't put it in the wrong one. I didn't put it in the wrong. Let me put it over here. Okay, here we go. Then it says in Genesis 28:9, it said, then when Esau entered Ishmael and took the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebajoth, to be his wife. Okay, so what is it saying? Esau took a daughter of Ishmael to be his wife. You see what I'm saying? He took a daughter of Ishmael to be his wife. So he couldn't be way down in Mecca. He couldn't be down in Mecca. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not, like I said, I don't want nobody to think I'm backing the book, the Bible up to be the truth. No, I'm just putting one against the other. It's saying that when you're having a problem like this, that you're supposed to compare the two, and being that the Bible and the Torah and the gospel were given unto the prophets by Allah, then you go there and you study that, and that should clear shit up. Ain't clearing shit up. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't clearing shit up. So now Esau then went to Ishmael and took a daughter. You understand what I'm saying? And so at this point, they got to come up with where is these contradictions coming from? And the majority of them are going to say that Ishmael, or that the Bible is telling is been changed, is what they're going to say. You understand what I'm saying? And and many of the things, they say that many of the instances where Lot laid with his daughters and shit, and they say, well, that ain't what Allah sent. So they'll try to clean some, but they don't understand there's a lot of crazy shit in the Quran itself, outside of the Bible. that they ain't going, that they just can't get away with. And so I'm not one. A lot of brothers and shit, they try to use, well, these is pale Arabs, and that that this is a black, this is the Arab, the original Arabs was black, and this, that, and the third, which is, I don't get off into that. They're just trying to justify Arabism. I don't believe in none of that. All Arabs are pale. Okay, and that when we look at the land of which they call Arabia today, it was firmly an extension of Africa. You understand what I'm saying? And it was only after the time when Alexander, you understand what I'm saying, came in, and when Alexander came in and broke the Federation of African States, because you talking about what they call Canaan. You can use that term at this time. The land of Canaan, Egypt, all the way into Mesopotamia was ruled by Cushites. Even Southern Arabia, even India, all of that was under Cushite rule. You see what I'm saying? Alexander was the first, entity that broke that federation. And from down, and once he broke that Northern Federation and conquered the lands that he did, this allowed for many of them vagabonds that you call Arabs today to creep into areas south of those Caucasus Mountains, south of many, what they call the Zagros Mountains. It was Alexander, just like when the Ptolemies came into Egypt. Wasn't no damn Ptolemies in Egypt before Alex. So after Alexander cracked that, the curtain, the iron curtain of African rule in the north, then they came down into areas. But, prior to that, that was all African, under African rule. And I'm not even in agreement with a lot of the Ethiopian history, because, they want to talk about the Sabaean and all that, but they don't want to talk about the African rule before the damn Sabaean and before the Himyarites and shit and this, that, and the third. That's late. You understand what I'm saying? That's late. And so they have a problem even with the Oxumite, the pre-Judaic Christian belief system of the Oxumites. You understand? Prior to any of that Judaic so-called Christianity, they look down, which is an extension of the Nile Valley worship that came from Egypt and Nubia. Okay, so we got and so they by being some intermixture up in there, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm gonna bring it straight like that, just cause they gonna get a little Arab daddy, the Sabaean, and and then the Arab, they family, and this, that, and the third, and the Sabaean, this is what they gonna say. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't give them no goddamn leeway with that. You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is vagabonds, and they have no historical ownership or right or land right to any of that over there. And you understand what I'm saying? As we begin to take back things that belong to us, Arabia is one of those lands. Mesopotamia is one of those lands. Once I've shown you all of the the African in Mesopotamia, Arabia, is another one of those areas that must be reclaimed. What they call Arabia. Now in the Bible they call it Sheba and this, that, and the third. But according to the Arab, Sheba was in Yemen. They got a whole different, mythology. You know what I'm saying? That is totally different from those that believe in the Bible. And so you got to understand, but when you attack them, you go straight to Ishmael, and you go straight to them areas in the Bible that state that he did not go to no Mecca. He did not go to no Mecca. So who built the Kaaba? Because y'all say Ishmael and Abraham built the goddamn Kaaba. But in the Bible it say he didn't go to no Mecca. Say mama didn't go to no Mecca. Say she got him a wife out of Egypt. The Muslims say, well, he got a wife out of Mecca. Okay, well, who telling the truth? And so we did what the Quran said and said compare. And so, it says to confirm what's in the Quran by what's in the Bible and what's in the gospel. And we do not confirm it. We don't see. And so you got a very serious crack in Islam that cannot be just, washed away. That's foundational. That's foundational. Because without that, then you ain't got no damn validity in what you saying. You see what I'm saying? You don't have no validity in what you saying. And so I want somebody to start coming up with some guy, and this is what I stress to the Muslim. If they got a problem with it, tell them to produce the Torah and the gospel that say the things that they say. If they say that the gospel, because I have to think. You know what I'm saying? The Quran is, and I'm gonna end because I need to, and I'm gonna go into the next one, and it's gonna be an extension of this. You understand? Well, I'm gonna get clearly off into the shit that they've been borrowing from everybody, and they claim that they, that some Allah handed it down. The angel Gabriel handed them down some Quran, and this, that, and the third, and so Gabriel telling Mary one thing in the Bible, and then telling Muhammad something totally different. Gabriel telling Mary, the thing in you is of God. And then goddamn it, and then in Allah in the Quran say, no, I ain't had no baby. Don't come put that shit on me. And so you got this. So what's going on? You see what I'm saying? You got two. And so so what the Muslim must do. This is what I put on the Muslim. He gonna have to present this Torah in this gospel that say the things that he's gonna have to present that, and he gonna have to present historical record of people understanding what he's teaching back in those days. You see what I'm saying? He gonna have to show us some. As far as I'm concerned, the Torah, which is the first 5 books of Moses, some of y'all could call it the Old Testament, has always looked the way that it's looked. It's a lie. It's been changed a little bit, but it's been primarily the Torah, the Old Testament, that the world has known. It's a lie, but it's been basically canonized for the most part. You see what I'm saying? It's been canonized for the most part. Yeah, some variations here and there, and that's all right. We understand that, but for the most part, it's been canonized. And so if they believe that book has been changed, then they're going to have to show us the Torah and the gospel that say the things that they say. And if they cannot do that, then it's a fraudulent statement. That's not an argument that's going to stand up. Okay? So, you know what? I'm going to be, I'm just, getting back into a lot of my teachings in the religions. And so I'm getting it together, and that just means I'm warming up. I'm getting them war drums beaten. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready at any point in time. You know what I'm saying? They get ready and they want the general, you understand, the cracker head or two. It ain't going to be no problem because I already got you. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about nothing because I got the facts and I'm just freestyling at this time. You know what I'm saying? But it's critical that the Muslims show up and blow up. I'm about to get on the next video. We're going to be dealing with, when Mecca wasn't the holy city of Islam. And a lot of people think, but it's a fact. It's in Islam. You could go look that up. But it's not talked about because it's very, very critical if people would understand how that, Mecca wasn't all that holy to them at that time. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's the most holiest city in all of Islam. And when they first started, they was looking to Jerusalem. This is facts. Go look it up. Go look it up. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's very critical in showing you the Jewish influence on Islam. That alone, you understand what I'm saying? They ain't going to question it because they know that if you go to the mosque or the Qibla, you understand what I'm saying? And you're going to see where that's where they changed, from Jerusalem to Mecca. All right, family, I'm about to get on that in this next video. Y'all come check me out. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, GeneralSeti.com, Patreon, General Sara, Suten, Seti, and most definitely check me out November the 14th. We're going to be doing the power of ancient Egypt. We just getting warmed up, family. We just getting warmed up. The goddamn Seti train, runaway train, is coming to a goddamn town near you. Black Pop.